and welcome to Thought for the Day. Some of you may know we moved into our new home just over a year ago, and I thought that I would share some thoughts with you, continuing the theme that Sarah set a couple of weeks back on the theme of nature. So in moving into our new home, one of the tasks that we had to do, which is an enjoyable task for me, is to create a new garden. The old garden here was very much overgrown, lots of large, dark, heavy overhanging trees and rambling blackberry bushes and brambles which just really needed completely cutting back. So I thought that I would share a few thoughts with you from the garden. I said that needed to create a new garden. In fact, creating is not quite the right word, really. We only have one creator, and that's our God who created everything. So really my task in all this is not so much a creator, but more of a designer. And so therefore, perhaps some of the stuff that I can share with you is just reflecting on how God, our creator, was able to make some of this fantastic scenery. I'm able to sit here and enjoy the birds on the feeders in the bird boxes. I have a pond with fish, and there's wildlife in the garden. We read in John's Gospel in the first chapter, verse 3, that nothing was created without God. As we move around the garden, we can see this part of the garden being prepared as a flower bed, with all the new plants ready to be planted out, baskets ready to be hung, and flowers just starting to come into bloom. Reminds me that all these plants started from just a tiny seed. One of my favourite flowers is the petunia, and the petunia is a beautiful flower, but it starts off with one of the smallest seeds I've ever seen, possibly even smaller than a mustard seed. In fact, it's just like dust, and yet they turn into beautiful flowers. That reminds me of a story that Jesus told about faith and a mustard seed. If you have faith just as small as a mustard seed, it will grow, it will develop, and it will turn into something beautiful. So these plants, which are ready to be planted out very soon as we get past the frosts, will develop into plants many times bigger than the seed that they started off as, and they, I hope, will produce some beautiful plants. So let us remember that if we have the opportunity to marvel at God's creation, be it through the flowers in the garden, the birds, the fish, the wildlife, even at night time looking up into the sky and looking at the stars, what a wonderful creator God we have. What a wonderful world we live in. It's just down to us to look after it and to do the best we can with God's help in preserving our world for our children and our children's children. But don't forget the lesson of the seed, the mustard seed in the Bible, or even my petunia seed, that if you have faith, you can move mountains. I'm not sure that we have too many mountains in this part of the world to move, but certainly God can work through you and with you. So have faith, put your faith in God, put your faith in Jesus Christ, and let him be the gardener in your life. Bless you all.